Alright, sorry about that. I thought my video was getting jerky. It was just jerky on my screen. Okay. I'm gonna put a cough drop in my mouth. Everyone who knows me knows I'm addicted to holes. So I may talk a little funny. Hopefully not. Let's see here. So we're working on his iris. Okay, let me sharpen my pencil. Okay, so my makeup brush. Do have a makeup brush. Kind of clean off debris as I'm drawing. Okay. So let's lightly draw a little line on top, right there. As you can see, he has a dark line right there going across his eyelid. So we'll lightly draw that in. Barely have your lead touching it. And slowly draw a line. Okay. Just go all the way to the tear ducts. So lightly do it. Then I start dotting on thinner lines. That way it's not too big of a commitment. Okay. Okay. He has a sliver of highlight right there. So let's mark that off. Okay. Now let's get my handy dandy tortillon. Do I have an open pack? Let's see. I do, but it's big. I need a small one. And charcoal's very messy, so you're gonna get debris everywhere. I always joke that I sneeze out black snots for like a week. Because I do. But okay, so do that right there in the tear duct. You want to blend everything softly with your tortillon, the tip of your tortillon. Always use it as on an angle so you don't smash the tip. Okay, and we'll lightly do that, gently. Don't press hard on it. Okay. He has a sliver of light right there, and we want to implement that. So let's leave a little sliver right there. Gently draw in the pupil. This is where I like to take my little brush and kind of dab at it. Just dab at it, move the little debris around. You can also extend it right there, see? Gently extend it. Okay, gently extend it. Take this, brush it off, gently brush it off. Okay. So there you go, there's my midtones. Okay. Like I said, it's a preference, however you want to do it, but for me, I always start with midtones. I don't know why I left the sliver up there, so let's darken that a little bit. Now take your kneaded eraser, and you see your highlight. Not a highlight anymore, so dab at it. Try to keep it as clean as possible. That sliver right there of highlight, dab at it. Try to keep it as clean as possible. Okay. So, okay. Take my tortillon and blend in his pupil a little bit more. Okay. You're gonna see here that it gets darker and then lighter on the little thin sliver of the iris. So we're gonna do that. Slowly blend it in. Take your eraser, kind of lighten it right there. Take your brush, dab at it. This way we'll give it a more gradient effect. Okay. You see his the white of his eye. It's darker in the edges and it gets lighter towards the center right there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use our kneaded eraser, roll it up to a good size point, and start dabbing at the center. Just start dabbing to lighten it up. Okay, and that works for both sides. The lighter part here is actually closer to the iris itself, so that's what we're gonna do. Lighten it right there, just a little bit, just to give it some gradient, the gradient effect. Take your brush, dab at it, so it kind of blends in. Carefully, slowly, lightly dab at it. Okay. So now, let's start with the crease of his eyelid. Thinly draw a line. Thinly draw a line. Oh, so carefully. Take your little tortillon, gently set the line in. Okay. Take your little brush, kind of brush it in. Give it a little color. There's my midtones. Put in the midtones. You can hear my son really active right now. My husband will be sitting behind me, so he'll be making some noises. Okay. The eyelid here. And I pay very, very detailed attention to the shadings and the lightings, and I think that's very important for photorealism. If you want your drawings to pop, you want your drawings to look 3D, you have to pay attention to your highlights and your shadows. Even the small little details makes a huge difference, and shading is very important. I see a lot of drawings where they compromise their shading and they don't, pay attention enough on their shading, and for me that ruins the drawing. So pay attention to your shading even before blending. Your shading should come before blending. Okay, so there's a little sliver of light right there. So I like to do is flatten my kneaded eraser like that. Okay, and start lifting right there. Start lifting. Actually, let me zoom in this so you can see. That would have been smart.